And we're back.
Yes.
So if you weren't here before, then welcome. If you were here before, welcome back. If you missed it, we had a fantastic match earlier. ACU against Snow College, and Snow Lie, we won.
Yes. Um, I mean, Snow College played really well.
Yeah, they did a
Um,
really great job. Um,
they had a lot of really good plays themselves. Uh, they busted out the May, which is always nice to see characters that don't
yep,
really get a lot of play
yep.
time. And they made her work. But now we are back
I would
with
have been more impressed if it was a Symmetra.
oh, or Torbjorn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Torbjorn.
No one loves Torbjorn anymore. Shame. But
Sad.
we are back, and we are now on our second match.
Yeah, we're gearing up for ACU versus Texas A&M. The team name is the 12th Gamer. Whatever that means. I'm sure there's. Oh, is there like that's a 12th man? That's like an A&M thing, isn't there?
Maybe yes, something like
That
that.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
We don't sports, so.
I mean, they have like some sort of thing, and
Yeah.
it's
So it's
apparently a thing.
12th
I don't know.
Gamer. That's who we're playing.
Yeah.
Apparently there are 6 12th Gamers, and we're gonna play against all of them,
Yeah.
unless there's just one guy that gonna school us. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So we're gonna start off on Rialto tonight, which
Yes.
is a really interesting map. It's very different than a lot of the others. A lot of sharp turns, 90-degree angles, lots of play with line of sights, that kind of thing.
A lot of Italy everywhere.
Yeah, I
So.
mean Italy all over the place.
uh, but I mean, it's one of the newer maps.
Well,
A lot of
it's not new anymore. You know
well,
that,
I
right?
mean,
I guess
in
it is one of
comparison
the newer
in
maps,
comparison to something like Anubis, which was
which
like
was in the original game.
yes.
Yes, you're right.
Uh,
It was not in the original game, but it was released like a year ago,
I mean, it happens. There's like gondola things. It's cool. There's boats everywhere.
and with robots.
In robots. But yes. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep, it's an escort map, pure escort, so no capping the first point. Just take the payload as far as you can get it.
Expect a lot of snipers. There's a lot of cover for snipers and a lot of really high vantage points as
Well,
well.
though it depends on your. Well, it depends on what part of which push, right?
Yeah.
So at the very start, yeah, you got some good sight lines. As soon as you round that corner, you don't have any sight lines.
You still have some good hiding holes though up
You
at the
got
top.
some hiding holes, but like not really great lines like you do at the first start.
Yeah.
And then you come around the corner again, and then you got more options. Then you go around the corner again, and you don't.
Yeah.
So,
So
uh,
you might see a Hanzo because Hanzo's
yeah, I mean, he can do
pretty
whatever.
nice. All right.
So we're gonna move from there, from Rialto. We're gonna head from Italy over to Egypt, in the Temple of Anubis.
Yes.
So that one is not a new map.
No, that was actually I think the first map they ever designed for the game. That and Watch Point Gibraltar, but you know.
So it's as Rialto has a lot of Italy all over it, Anubis has a lot of Egypt all over
Yep.
it.
A lot of
Uh, it's a temple
yep.
to Anubis.
Yeah.
So it's got little Anubis statues.
Oh.
And so it's an assault map. So it'll be the first assault map for the evening because we didn't have one in the last set. And so they'll capture the first point, push to the second point, and switch sides and try to keep the other team from doing as well as they did.
Yes.
Then our third map, if we get there, will be Watchpoint Gibraltar, another escort map. So no hybrids in this lineup or control.
No. So
And then once again, Nepal is the tiebreaker. So if for some reason we get a tie, we'll see Nepal.
yeah, still one of my least favorite maps. Just in general, it's I feel like it's very limited in what you could do. So
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah,
we don't
you don't
see
have
it
to
at
see it.
all. I'd much rather see either the first three maps or just two in ACU's victory. So
And that would be great too.
we'll see what happens.
We will be seeing not the full spectator view where we get to see all the ults and that kind of thing, like we really like. We have to ask for permission for those kind of things, and A&M has asked us not to do that. So we will only be spectating the ACU side of things, which is still gonna be really good. We basically only look at the ACU side of things, anyways.
Yeah.
It's just not quite as much information available to us as we do this stream. So let's talk for a second. Rialto. What are we gonna see? We talked about snipers. What
Yes.
else?
Um. So a map like this, Orisa. really popular in this map. A really good anchor tank to have, especially with being able to throw out a shield, as well as being able to do a lot of damage from a pretty far distance, or a good medium range distance there.
Oh, and that's one thing. So like, it's you got these angles, but then there's wide space in between these turns. So Orisa can hold with a shield to the back and still
Yeah, still
has
dish out some damage, as well as be able to group the enemy team together, and be able to effectively use preferably a sniper of some kind to do and dish out a lot of damage as well.
yep.
So maybe like a Hanzo, maybe an Ashe, um, but you'll see most likely an Orisa. Zarya is also really good, just because there's a lot of really close quarters areas, especially with some of those turns. So really easy for Zarya to build out her charge in those types of areas. But who knows? I mean, we might see some more dive comps from A&M or even from ACU. It just
Yep.
kind of depends on what kind of mood you're feeling. There's a lot of different sort of ways to go in Rialto.
Well, I mean, there's really only one way.
Well, yes, but there's different ways to approach
Yes. That one way,
that
that
one
one
way.
track,
Yeah,
the one true path.
one true path. But I'm hoping to see some Reaper as well, honestly, especially with some of the recent changes to him.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's
he
he he's hard to kill now.
yeah.
So,
Uh,
in case you aren't aware, the recent changes to Reaper are that his lifesteal is significantly higher, and that was really the main thing.
yeah,
Where now when he shoots you in the face, he is basically full health again.
yeah. And
So,
so it's a lot easier for him to flank, to sneak around behind the team, and just dish out damage while staying alive. So
okay, here we are.
we
On Rialto, ACU is going to be on the attack first.
okay. So Cold Caliber on Lucio. We have Mr. Bob Sparks on the Sombra. Finch of Light on Mercy. Dad E on Hanzo. So there's that Hanzo pick. Paco de Taco on Zarya. And Peep Noop on Reinhardt. So as well, yeah. So
So this is really interesting with so the Sombra pick here, and it's really smart, especially on this first push. We'll probably see it switch out later on, but in this first section there are several key healing packs.
yes,
And if you can hack those, you can deny them to the other team, and they're more available for your team.
yes.
So it's really helpful.
So it looks like the enemy team also has a Lucio, a Reinhardt, and a Zarya to protect their team there, as well as an Ana, it seems. Some of the ACU players got naded there. And they're able to take out, Mr. Bob Sparks able to take out Ana and the McCree that they had, which is putting A&M in a really tough spot
making
here.
good progress here. It's really easy to get stalled out around that first corner, but Paco de Taco and Peep Noob pushing forward, creating space for their team.
Yes.
Paco pushing a little more forward than he really needed to be.
Yes.
But now we see A&M come back in, trying to reclaim some of that space with the ACU Zarya down.
So A&M looking like they're doing a triple support, 2 tank, and then McCree as DPS there, which is a pretty. It's not the most common strategy, but I mean, they might just be really confident in that McCree player.
Well, and McCree is not a bad choice in this particular lineup, where you got that distance, where it's kind of a medium distance between you for most of the map, so you can get some really great picks. Paco pushing forward, trying to make some space.
Ooh.
They do get the enemy Lucio. Obama is gone.
These names.
Grab coming in from the A&M team is going to take down Peep Noob, Paco, and Cold Caliber.
Yes, that is very unfortunate. Mr. Bob Sparks, of course, invisible right there. Just kind of scoping things out. Not engaging yet. Really smart move.
Franken Sombra.
Yeah, Franken Sombra there.
So looking to get a big EMP here.
Yes.
Just making sure he doesn't get caught.
No.
So he's going to come in behind right as they come in, I expect, and drop that EMP, kill that shield, kill that Zarya bubble.
And half of her health.
Yeah.
So.
And to combine those right there, there you go. We get the Wombo combo coming in, but no kills for ACU there. Finch of Light gets the res off on Peep Noob, but Fish does take out Cold Caliber.
Oh man, ACU not winning that fight. I was hoping to see maybe an EMP along with that Graviton Surge. Uh,
Yeah,
I,
I was waiting for it, and then it never came.
yeah, unfortunately, they had a couple of ults to kind of, um, negate all the damage that would have come from those Dragon Strikes. Had that EMP gone through, they would have definitely been able to pretty much gotten a team kill there. But we'll see what they decide to do here. Pago de Taco up in the front always, trying to build up charge, trying to keep his team alive there. Oh, Mr. Bob Sparks able to snipe out McCree. I don't
That's
even
a
know.
huge pick for ACU. That's
Yeah.
going to really reduce the damage coming in from the A&M team.
Yes, Oh, Pago de Taco gets kind of caught out by himself there. Oh, their enemy Zarya gets taken out by Dad E. So they're going the double sniper here. Oh, Mr. Bob Sparks able to take out Ana, and you see the power of snipers on this map.
There you go. Sharp and Fish falling shortly thereafter
Yes.
as they try to push forward and get this first point.
See that enemy that enemy Hanzo getting taken out by Mr. Bob Sparks again. And there you have it again. Those snipers on this map. Oh,
That was a nice kill on Steel Draco there.
huge Earth Shatter. Peep Noob unfortunately gets taken out there, as well as Daddy and Mr. Bob Sparks.
Oh, that's a very angry Reinhardt with the nano boost.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of damage. They're just 2 meters away from this point. They only have 12 seconds left. They're going to need to get on that point and get it pushing somehow.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
Get the Lucio boost, getting them forward, moving them as quickly as they can. I expect we'll see the Dragon Strike here on the point.
It goes
trying
through.
to get things through. It doesn't find any value, and they are ticking into overtime. Paco running for that point, trying to get it there, being pushed back. Nice boop by the Obama is gone. And that's going to be a pretty good hold by the A&M team.
Very unfortunate for ACU there. Almost getting it to that first checkpoint, but not quite making it there. And unfortunately, it looks like the payload kind of moved ever so slightly back as well, just because they weren't able to touch it in time. But ACU's they've got a really big sort of gap that they need to protect here, because not making it to that first point, it's not looking good, for ACU. They have the ability to do that if they're able to communicate with their team effectively, make sure that they use their ults wisely, and not engaging when not necessary. They need to really stick together and keep each other alive here to be able to contest. So it looks like Mr. Bob Sparks is switching off to Ashe, a really good pick there. But everyone else appears to be using their same comp as before. So
they're going to have to hold this back. They didn't get to the first point, so they have to spend the entire time holding off this A&M team.
Yeah. So it is completely possible. I mean, you just saw it now with A&M. They were able to do it. But let's see what A&M decides to throw out towards ACU's way. You see Mr. Bob Sparks, a huge dynamite there, already catching a lot of people on fire. It looks like they have a Bastion. They might be going for a pirate ship or an El Presidente, keeping that Bastion up.
A nice kill on to Steel Draco there.
Nice. So it looks like they're going the Orisa, Diva, and Bastion comp there. I don't know who else. Oh, Mr. Bob Sparks taking out that Zenyatta. They are in a really good spot right now. Unfortunately, there's a huge shield and 2 giant tanks on that payload, making it a little bit more difficult for ACU to get back there. So they really...
Bastion coming back in, trying to get back on. But the Lucio going down for the A&M team. Fish super low and does get taken out, but Peep Noob will fall as well.
Yes. But ACU's doing a really good job holding them back, really punishing their team for having a Bastion. He's not able to set up effectively. He's not being able to be protected. And because of the snipers, I mean, Daddy just took out McCree again. Doing a really good job. They're doing the damage output that they need to, but ACU does need to back off ever so slightly. Of course, this puts their Bastion in kind of a sticky situation here, because he has to keep
get
moving
up on that point
Yeah.
to set up that pirate ship.
Of course. And ACU, they're down a player right now. Paco de Taco almost gets taken out, but Of course, that
backing off just a little bit. They're going to wait for them to get around this corner. I expect to see a dragon, graviton surge coming in
oh, it
shortly
looks like
thereafter. See the steel
ooh,
dragon going down
goodness.
once again. Punish on that bastion.
Yes, and there goes that Reinhardt as well. Mr. Bob Sparks using his dynamite very effectively. You know, adding pressure, making them take consistent damage, just really, really pestering them right there.
A
And
good defense by ACU there, but
yes,
not a lot of ult usage.
so Paco Taco still has his ult, and I assume Reinhardt, Pete Newt must have his Earth Shatter by now as well. He's been doing a really good job defending his team and doing damage. Sharp gets taken up by Mr. Bob Sparks there. Zenyatta is down again.
Diva Bomb coming in from the Texas team. They aren't going to get much for it.
Oh
And
my
once
goodness.
again, ACU cleaning up as they try to push forward, making really good use of this corner where they pick off people as they come around the corner.
Staggering that Reinhardt as well right there. So ACU doing a really good job. They're also staggering this Diva, it seems.
Just going to dive off,
And
kill herself
there you have
in
it.
the water.
Yeah. Good
I don't know
choice.
what they put in the water here in Rialto. That is not good.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the Rialto water.
It's an instant death. It looks like I think they've switched off of their Bastion. I think that they've decided that's just not going to be a smart play anymore.
Well, it's especially now that the payload is around the corner. You have to get up and set up that pirate ship.
Yes.
After the payload has moved much, it's hard to get back on there.
Yes. And it looks like Bob is coming out from Mr. Bob Sparks. You see a huge Earth Shatter, but Bob is there, ready to take the hits. It looks like Daddy was able to take out the enemy Hanzo, and their enemy Reinhardt took out Lucio.
Valkyrie coming in from Finch of Light, working to try to keep the team up as much as possible, but most of them are falling here. This is not good for ACU as the A&M team is pushing forward to steal this victory.
Yes.
29 seconds left on the clock as they move forward. We're going to see this Dragon Strike come in pretty quick here, I assume,
Yes.
as they try to hold them back. 83 meters to go to this point. It's within sight.
I think Daddy really needs to use this to keep them
The
off
sound
the
barrier coming in, trying to get forward.
Are we going to see it? Here we see
Here's
it.
the Dragon Strike coming in on the point,
Yes.
trying to see who they can pick off. Fish going down. ACU getting caught in a Graviton Surge. People falling from both teams on both sides, but that payload will move forward, and A&M will take the first map in a really quick map.
Yeah. Very unfortunate for ACU, but really good plays by each team. You see Steel Draco from A&M team getting that play of the game, and it should be this very last moment here. He's able to take out Cold Caliber, and then just drops that Graviton Surge, just grouping up the entire team, and slowly but surely taking them out. But yeah, good stuff from both teams there. A&M showing just how strong they are of a team.
Yeah, well, but that was still a really close game. It was really fast because we didn't get to a second point or a third point, and it just kind of stopped there. But they came in. They had 10 seconds left on that clock as they were coming through. One more solid hold by ACU would have kept them off and taken them at least into overtime.
Yes.
And so while we didn't see that very long, it was still great play, great defensive play by both teams, really taking advantage of those sight lines, the corners, and doing well all around.
Yeah, in the end, A&M was able to do just slightly better in their approach. That last push, they were able to stagger ACU's team pretty effectively to the point where they had trouble getting back onto the point and keeping A&M's team off of it. It was unfortunate that Dragon Strike couldn't do a little bit more.
Yeah.
It was able to split off the team, but that last Zarya ult was able to just kind of keep AC together, and unfortunately that meant their demise. But hey, we're looking at Anubis, an entirely new sort of mindset that needs to go into this map, and I'm looking forward to see.
Yep. You need to stop being Italian and start being Egyptian.
Exactly. We'll see what they decide to do here, but I'm expecting some snipers, either a Hanzo or a
There,
Widowmaker.
there are lots of good opportunities for that here on Anubis.
Yes.
And
So Finch of Flight on Ana. We have Mr. Bob Sparks on the
Genji.
Genji. Okay.
So it looks like we're going for
Paco de Taco on Zarya. Gold Caliber on Lucio.
it's a standard 2-2-2.
Yeah, Daddy on, you have the Hanzo sniper there, and then you have Peep Noop, of course, on his Reinhardt. Uh, that's his favorite skin there. Uh, Paragon, I do believe is what it's called. But
Nice
ACU,
gold to go with that hammer.
yeah, but yeah, so, I mean, Zarya, Reinhardt, it seems to be ACU's kind of favorite tank composition to always have. And the DPS kind of varies depending on map, and then I mean, we're seeing a lot of healing power and potential from Ana, and then Lucio with the speed boosts and the AoE healing for some consistent stuff there. Paco de Taco already 40% charged, and Peep Noob's probably helping him charge a bit more. They're already rushing, getting to the high ground there. Daddy able to take out the Torbjorn turret. What is this?
Torbjorn.
Oh man, it looks like Daddy falls from Sombra and Ana. It seems that they are now being rushed from behind there.
ACU finding themselves followed over here on the point,
Yeah.
up from that high ground.
Paco de Taco able to take out the enemy Ana. He started to go for that pin there. Isn't able to do that. Gets hacked by Sombra. Pete Noob's still alive though. His healers are doing a really good job there. They're able to take out the Torbjorn, his turret, and Reinhardt. The trifecta of a bad time. And Zarya and Zenyatta both fall as well as the Sombra. So
With a quick .1.
Yes.
That's what you like to see.
of course, so Pete Noob kind of poking his head over here, trying to see if they're trying to set up or anything. Trying to get ahead of the team there. He sees that there's a Reinhardt there. So ACU's got a lot of time right now.
See the Reinhardt's trading fire strikes across the bow.
Yes.
They're going to move forward. Trying to go in straight here from the front. Move in, get on that point. Sharp low for the enemy team, but does get healed back up.
As Pete Noob gets hacked by their Sombra, who's just at the top there, not really getting punished or taking a lot of damage from anyone. But it looks like ACU is going to have to back off just ever so slightly, you know, regroup, build that shield back up from Reinhardt, as well as all their health. So Daddy's just throwing some little pot shots inside, trying to see if he can get a cheeky pick.
I expected to see them move in with a Graviton Surge and
Yes.
Dragon Strike follow-up.
Gets
We've
a
seen ACU so many times
huge
tonight.
hack that unfortunately
Whoa!
means an entire team kill by ACU. It looks like the A&M has decided to take out the Reaper in favor of the Torbjorn. It looks like, which
And
is not
that
a bad
was
pick.
a huge kill. Oh, so there was the that was a hammer down by the enemy Reinhardt, but 3 of those kills coming in from the A&M's Zenyatta.
Yes. You see another Graviton Surge. They are just really using up all their ults right now, and they're just trading players left and right. But unfortunately, I think this means that ACU just kind of gets the short end of the stick there in that fight. But that has been their EMP, their Earth Shatter, as well as a couple of other different ults that they've used.
And ACU really not using much,
No.
so building up their own ult economy, getting ready to go in with their own push.
Yes, so we can see a Zarya combo here, probably with Dragon Strike. I think.
We see that Dragon Strike taking out Fish.
Yes.
Sharp following thereafter. Steel Draco going down with that enemy Reaper.
Yes.
ACU setting up on the point and going to start staggering the A&M team.
Yeah, and they're getting to the point right now. We're almost at 100% here.
Ooh, a sleep onto Fish
Ooh.
right as he was ulting.
That is unfortunate. Wow. But ACU is able to take the second point.
Yeah.
And they have a lot
with
of time.
good time
Yeah.
in the bank.
They do have a lot of time left over.
So they've got, what is that, 4 minutes and 27 seconds left on the clock.
So
So A&M's going to have a pretty tough act to follow here.
yeah. So I mean, they may try to just rush the point, see if they can, you know, build up the percentage of what they have on that first point, and then hopefully be able to just kind of push to the second point. So I expect to see maybe a dive comp from A&M just to kind of
Move
uh,
in, quickly take
move
that
in.
first point.
Yes, but they might try to do more of a goats comp and just kind of plow through this slow and steady.
Yep.
I mean, again, there's a lot of really good compositions nowadays that they could use, but we'll definitely have to see. I expect to see some sort of sniper from ACU, and it looks like Hanzo will be there from with Daddy, Mr. Bob Sparks on the McCree, Cold Caliber again on Lucio, and I think I saw Moira, Finch of Light playing Moira for some I don't know, pretty consistent healing as well as damage.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Moira ever. She has a scary amount of damage output that she can have, whether it be her damaging orb or just her right click, being able to just lock onto an enemy and deal damage.
Yeah, I mean,
without really even having to aim
she's
that
got
much.
balls. What can I say?
Oh
Oh,
man,
sorry, ACU stream.
ACU stream, yes.
Here we go.
Fire strikes coming in. The battle of the Reinhardts. It looks like they're going a Reinhardt, Zarya, Lucio,
Coming in around the
Zenyatta.
right-hand side, so
Yes.
ACU gonna rotate around here to stop the progress.
Yes. So it doesn't look like they're really going all that much dive. I think it's a mirror match here, from what I can see.
It
a lot
looks
of their
something like that.
yeah.
We've got a Hanzo
Yep.
on the.
They both have Hanzos, they both have Moiras, they both have Lucios, they both have the same tanks. I don't know what other damage they've decided to really throw out here.
All right, now they're just swinging at each other, and
Yeah.
nobody's doing really anything.
This is
Two coalescents and just kind of at each other.
so. Ooh, Pete
Oh,
Nuke falls
fish.
first.
But Paco gets a revenge onto Obama is gone.
Yes, Mr. Bob Sparks falls, but we see unfortunately, we don't really see
Looks
much
like
there.
ACU slowly but surely falling here.
Yeah, Finch of Flight running out, Naruto running out of there, hoping to survive, and I don't know if they'll be able to really hold that first point any longer.
Yeah, and ACU's just going to give it up. They're going to take the time to set up
Yes.
back here on the point B.
Unfortunately, that Dragon Strike by ACU's part didn't quite connect with anyone. It kind of went off to the side, and they were unable to really kill anyone. Obama is gone, though.
Obama is gone, is gone.
He's gone. Daddy was able to get a nice pick there from the Lucio, which is huge, especially one of the support, one of the main healers there that they have. One of the main sources of speed. But Paco de Taco just you can see at least 90% charge right now, just lobbing little energy balls out there, trying to do as much damage there. It looks like they might be going in from the side.
Yeah, looks like you got the Reinhardt shield protecting them as they circle back around.
Yes. Looks like they have a bridge now. A baguette just kind of doing a huge
grab coming in from ACU,
surge.
following it up with nothing.
Unfortunately, A&M was able to throw out a Zenyatta ult there to keep his team alive. Cold Caliber falls as well. All we have left is Daddy.
Now we have the Dragon Strike coming in.
Yeah,
Not
unfortunately.
going to pick anybody
Yeah.
up. They're just going to hang out there on the point.
Moira able to
ACU
make
just
it back
stalling out as much as they can here. But we're going to go to round 3 with ACU having 4.5 minutes on the clock, and A&M having 5.5 minutes on the clock.
So yes, a minute difference there, but I do believe A&M is pushing first, or is AC pushing?
So ACU should be pushing
Okay,
first
so
because
they don't alternate.
no, it'll go to whoever has the least amount of time.
Okay, that makes sense.
Whoever has the least amount of time goes first.
Okay, so
It makes for
ACU.
a shorter match.
That makes sense. So ACU, I expect to see a very similar comp, but who knows? They might decide to pull something out. Maybe they'll throw out a Torbjorn. It looks like they are gathering up, and sure enough, it looks like they're going a very similar composition that they went the first time. And yeah, so Mr. Bob Sparks again switching it up, getting on that Genji for some good maneuverability, able to get behind the enemy team and do some pretty consistent damage, assuming that they are able to dish it out. So hopefully, I might expect some sort of cheese comp from A&M. mean, it's a pretty popular tactic. Just throw out a Bastion or maybe a Symmetra. But who knows? Maybe they'll stick with a very similar composition as well. It looks like they have a Zarya and a Lucio and a Reinhardt to begin with. And a Hanzo.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty standard
Yeah.
composition here.
So they're not
The same thing that they just ended with.
Cold Caliber and Pocket Attack both get taken out pretty early on there from that from the enemy Hanzo. So
Yep. Teleporter doing a good job of picking things up, getting Daddy as well.
That is very unfortunate. I'm sure they were having a nice little sniper battle there, and it just seems that Daddy lost that one. So
Peepnoop's gonna get staggered out here.
yes, he's being kept
Oh,
alive by his
he's
team.
still alive. Oh,
And gets taken out by Obama is gone. The Lucio player of all.
Ooh, a
people.
nice sneaky pick off in the back.
Yeah,
Mr. Bob Sparks.
Mr. Bob Sparks switching it up from Genji to Sombra, and able to kind of
Ooh, and
push the
Steel
back.
Draco does go down for
Yes.
the A&M team.
So they will have some staggered players as well, and ACU can really take advantage of this if they group up right now and start pushing in.
Take
But
advantage of their spawn distance.
yes. And it looks like they're just going to push up through the front. Mr. Bob Sparks invisible, waiting for a nice opportunity there. See a Nano, hopefully going to hit one of the tanks here for ACU. There you
Nano
have
coming in onto Peepnoop.
Yes.
And he's going to start swinging away on that point.
Yes.
They're going to run into Fish.
Yes. It looks like Daddy was able to demech Diva, and Fish is able to be taken out. Pocket Taco falls, unfortunately, for ACU there.
We see the Graviton Surge coming in, but everyone else dead.
Yeah. And Peepnoop also falls. Teleporter, the enemy Hanzo falls. And Finch of Flight just keeping
But
his team.
ACU's still alive on this point.
Yeah.
They're still holding it, doing everything they can, trying to get there.
Ooh.
Cold Caliber almost gone, but just staying right.
Gets
Barely
taken out.
alive. Daddy back in, trying to get some damage in on this Zarya.
Oh, a huge Earth Shatter from the enemy Reinhardt there. A&M Reinhardt, a huge EMP hack.
I don't even know what's happening here. They're just trading kills back and forth,
Yes.
staggering each other one at a time.
Pocket Taco falls. We have Peepnoop on the point with Cold Caliber, just staying alive, trying to test this point. They're not wanting to let it go, but unfortunately, it looks like ACU is just gonna have to back off. Peepnoop unfortunately gets taken out as well as Cold Caliber. This is not looking too good for ACU. They've already wasted, you know, 2.5 minutes ish.
They thought they were righteous in those pushes. They thought where two or more are gathered in his name,
Yes.
but that wasn't the case. They fell.
Daddy gets taken out by the enemy Hanzo. Another Hanzo fight that he apparently loses out there. Peepnoop gets slept. Mr. Bob Sparks on the point, but isn't there to help out his team, and all for Pocket Taco, Finch of Flight, Peepnoop, and now Mr.
That's a
Bob
team
Sparks.
kill.
Not quite. Daddy's still alive.
Daddy's-
He's just out and about, just chilling. He's like, I got dragons that kind of look like wolves right now. I'm ready to use them whenever you guys are. But we'll see what ends up happening. He throws out that Sonic Arrow to be able to view where the team is. They're all behind that Reinhardt shield. So I think that they really need to focus that shield. They really need to focus that Diva mech, and just push in there. It looks like they're pushing on in, going in from the right there, but they kind of get separated a bit. Peepnoop swinging away, gets
grab it.
huge Diva bomb, but fortunately it means the death of Peepnoop, and Mr. Bob Sparks is like, you know what, I'm gonna chill on this point. I'm okay with that. He unfortunately gets a couple of misses to the face there, and Pocket Taco also gets taken out. They are able to take out the enemy Ana, but now it seems that ACU is really fighting an uphill battle here. Pitch of Flight trying barely to escape, and fortunately gets staggered. They have 30 seconds. If they can regroup, they might have 2 pushes left in them, but they really need to start looking into getting this point. They have no ticks. They don't have any real sort of advantage here. I think the A&M hasn't used any of their ults in a while as well, so I would imagine they probably have a Graviton Surge.
Moving in with that sound barrier, giving them the help that they need to push forward. Set up on this point. Graviton Surge coming in, followed with that Dragon Strike. They will see several kills from that, but is it enough?
It looks like they are able to get 2 ticks on this point, and ACU is really looking good right now. Unfortunately, Cold Caliber gets taken out. Huge Earth Shatter. is able to
A
hit
nano boosted Lucio hanging out here on the point.
gets taken out.
Obama is gone, goes down once again.
Yes.
They are going to take this point, but they don't have much time here.
No.
They're going to get 30 seconds to push forward, set up, and take the second point here.
Yes.
And I don't think the A&M team is going to let them just stroll in, so they're going to have to make something happen.
Yes. So they've already wasted 15 seconds just regrouping and kind of gathering up together.
Mr. Bob Sparks in the back just to make sure that they do end up in overtime.
Yes. ACU, unfortunately, I do believe that they use a lot of their ults. This Peep Nuke gets booped off. Cold Caliber falls. Not looking good for ACU already. And unfortunately, no one was on the point to contest.
That was a brilliant boop by Obama is gone there, pushing Peep Noop off the off that bridge, separating him from the team, and just a single push taking out the Reinhardt shield that was protecting the ACU team.
Yes. So ACU
needs to hold the second point at least for 5.5 minutes.
Yes. If not, they at the very least need to prevent them from getting onto that last point and capturing a third of the point, basically, the first tick there. ACU looks like French Flight switching over to Mercy for some pretty consistent heals. Mr. Bob Sparks deciding to go on the Hanzo. Paco de Taco, Zarya, have Cold Caliber on Lucio. Dad E busting out the Reaper.
There
saying, I want to deal damage and I want to live forever. Go Reaper. So Peep Noop again on the Reinhardt, and it looks like it's aside from the DPS
switch over to aside from the switch over to the Reaper, that's pretty standard.
Yes.
And we do have a pause coming in.
So
I don't know what's going on,
yeah.
but when there are technical issues on either side, one team can request a pause, and assuming the other team says that's fine, which in a situation like this, it should be fine. They're gonna let it be paused.
So that is no longer hidden.
It looks like
PLGGR pause plays. I don't know how to try and pause. Control Shift.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure what the pause is about, but you got to see that chat log just like us.
It could be that someone's having some technical issues. Yeah.
So they'll come back in as soon as they're able to.
For now, you can look at our beautiful faces.
Yes.
You know, just we're here. Hello.
So we're gonna see ACU coming in, trying to defend here, hold off for 5 minutes. We saw A&M hold ACU off for the whole 4.5 minutes.
Yes.
And then another 30 seconds. So ACU's gonna need to do something, and I like to switch over to Reaper. It's something we've seen A&M leaning heavily on their tanks and making sure that they've got those big beefy bodies in the way. And Reaper's really good at getting through big beefy bodies.
Yes. Having 2 shotguns and being really close to a player and being able to basically just keep healing yourself is actually very effective against tanks. Who knew?
Yeah.
And Mr. Bob Sparks on the Hanzo is one of his favorite characters, one of his favorite heroes to play. And it looks like they are going a GOATS composition there. Some kind. They have a Zenyatta, a bit of a variance, but they do have the Brig, which, I mean, it's going to be a really tasty treat for Daddy if he can consistently, or just gets taken out immediately by running in there without his team backing him up effectively. But
ACU 5 to 6 on this point.
Yes.
And they've got to hold it because
if they gets taken out, and ACU also just immediately. Peep Nuke gets stunned. Finch of Flight also falls there, and Mr. Bob Sparks is the only thing is the last line of defense and immediately gets taken
Every time
out.
you said a name.
Yeah.
Every time you said
Every
a name.
time. Commentator's curse. So I mean, I don't really know what Daddy was expecting walking into 6 of the enemy team, but it wasn't a flank like this. This is a good call by Daddy, flanking around, trying to dish out some damage that is unexpected. And they're able to take out Steel Draco, which
That's
means
a good pick from
a really
ACU.
good pick. One massive body that is not in the way anymore, taking all the hits for their team. So A&M's just going to regroup. They have plenty of time, able to take that first point really, really quickly.
We see Daddy up top, looking for an opportunity to drop in.
Yes. So
That's not the kind of drop in you like. It's like your in-laws dropping in.
unfortunately, this does mean that ACU cannot win this set anymore. They will. The best that they can do is tie it, and there you have it. The true wombo combo there.
Only taking out Steel Draco though.
That is unfortunate. Fish also gets taken out. That is both tanks down. ACU can either decide to push in this and engage, start taking out some damage, or
They just gonna
hold
play
off.
it safe. They're gonna pull back. And
Yep. Okay.
this is my point. You can't come here.
Yes.
You can hang out in the hallway. You can go visit the marketplace.
Yep.
But this temple is mine.
Yes. And so ACU doing just throwing out some hits. Ooh, a really good pick there. The enemy Lucio Obama is gone. Is taken out by Mr. Bob Sparks. Well, as I assume, damage boosted from that Mercy. Cold Caliber gets taken out. He said, "You took out my Lucio. I will take yours." Bitch of Flight decides, "Hey, you know what? No, we need our Lucio," and revives Cold Caliber. But it looks like they might be going around the back there.
They had good success with this move last time
Yes.
when they came in.
So
They do move forward really quickly. ACU kind of caught a little out.
you can see the Zarya ult coming in, but
But we see the sound barrier coming in from Cold Caliber, trying to keep his team up. But Peep Noob will fall on the point.
Yes.
We've got...
Oh, their enemy Reinhardt also falls. So they are both pretty much even here. Looks like Peep Noob was able to get back up. Daddy
Some
gets
really
taken
great
out.
picks from Mr.
Yes.
Bob Sparks coming in here.
Cold Caliber actually able to take out that bridge, which is a nice little pick there. Support takes out another support. Cold Caliber falls. Steel Draco falls. And I think this fight is in ACU's favor. A&M needs to back out ever so slightly.
2.5 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time for the A&M team to come through. But ACU still doing a good job of holding strong.
Yes, Peep Noob just up in the front, ready to throw out his shield if need be. They have an Ana now. I think they might have switched from that bridge or that Lucio for some more effective heals that aren't, slight healing from AoE stuff. But Peep Noob is still in the front. We have Daddy up there getting caught out by himself. He decides to back off. Smart move there. Better alive than dead. Peep Noob now just using these pillars to their advantage to take some of the hits. A huge Earth Shatter.
But is there any follow-up?
There is
Nothing, no
follow-up.
follow-up. He stuns the team. There's no real follow-up from the
Peep
from
Noob
ACU.
able to take out the enemy Reinhardt, and Paco de Taco able to take out the enemy Ana, and that looks really good for ACU right now. They are able to kind of keep A&M pushed out, but of course A&M still has 1 minute and 40 seconds.
That's one less minute than the last push. So,
Yes.
really, two or three good pushes coming in from A&M to try and seal us out. So ACU just has just a little bit longer to hold on.
Yes, and I don't really know old stuff right now. Mr. Bob Sparks able to take out that enemy Hanzo, which is another really good pick. That's their DPS pretty much done. So ACU lives
And
see
this
another
defense,
day.
this defense going pretty well. A lot due to those solid picks by Mr. Bob Sparks,
Yes.
just getting that one or two people off, and then forcing A&M to come back and reset.
Yes, and we
Got
have
less than a minute left on this clock. They're going to be coming around the back way again,
yes.
trying to push in.
So I expect that they probably have some ults, maybe an Earth Shatter built up, or maybe a Graviton Surge ready, because I mean, yep.
There's the Graviton Surge, followed by Dragon Strike, with one coming in from the other team too, but
Steel Draco gets
both
taken out.
Lucios with the sound barriers
Yeah.
to block off that damage.
Steel Draco able to take out the enemy. Oh my goodness, Cold Caliber and Paco de Taco have both fallen. So has Peep Noob, and ACU's not looking too good right now. Daddy tries to go for his
boop onto Daddy as he was trying to
Ooh,
ult on point.
that is very
That is
unfortunate.
another ultimate though coming in from Mr. Bob Sparks. Just building that up pretty quick.
A wrecking ball coming out of nowhere. Gets unfortunately Peep Noob gets taken out, and that Reinhardt is down. Paco de Taco still alive, as well as Finch of Light. They're still
It's 5-5 on this point.
Yes.
Cold Caliber taking out Sharp. We see a Dragon Strike coming in, killing
Oh, Mr.
Paco
Bob
and Cold
Sparks.
Calibur on the point. It's now 4-2 on this point. Mr. Bob Sparks coming back in, trying to get some damage in. But
Yes.
can he take out these tanks? Another Dragon Strike coming in
Oh,
from Mr. Bob Sparks,
huge.
just building them up over and
Oh,
over. But Fish and Teleporter taking out the ACU team. They are falling one by one as they tick up, sealing the deal on here on Temple and Venubis.
that is very unfortunate. ACU playing super well. Unfortunately, A&M just, they're able to survive. They are able to keep each other alive, and then that wrecking ball, really good pick, able to stay on the point, dish out a good amount of damage, and just cause a lot of havoc there. And Obama is gone, has this huge.
So this was that play in the game earlier that we saw with the hammer down followed by just a lot of picks.
Just a Zenyatta going
Going
to town.
crazy.
Unfortunately, A&M beats ACU this.
So
this
ACU taking tonight 1-1.
Yes.
But really great matches all around.
Yeah.
So that last one, going into overtime at the end, really close,
Yes.
close match there. So congratulations to both teams on fantastic plays. Congratulations to A&M for taking that win, and congratulations to all of our viewers who got to see some great Overwatch tonight.
Yeah, and we actually got to see 2 games tonight
Yeah,
instead
like
of just
nobody
one.
stayed home and didn't tell us.
Nope.
So
yeah. So good
I call
stuff.
that a win.
I call anytime we get to see more Overwatch, that is always a win in my book. So.
All right, so we're gonna go. We're gonna be right back, and maybe we'll see. We might come back with some player interviews,
Yeah.
talk to the team a little bit,
Sure.
hear how they're feeling. So stick around, don't go away yet, and we'll be right back. All right, I am back, and we're here with Mr. Bob Sparks, the team captain for our Overwatch team.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about tonight. Let's start with A&M.
Mhm.
So those were some really close
They
matches.
really were. I mean, could have gone either way. I'd love to get a chance to play them again. I feel like we could have played better. I mean, always, there's always room for improvement.
Sure.
Uh, we could have comboed our ults a little bit better, stuff like that. But I mean, each game was down to the wire. Last few seconds, could have gone either way. If I would have hit a couple shots, they happened to hit the shots. Just you know, they got a good shatter. Stuff happens. But yeah, I can't wait to play them again, and I love those. I love those types of games. Those are the ones that are fun for players and fans.
So talk to me a little bit about in moments like that where we saw on both Rialto and Anubis there, you're at the end, it's down to the wire. It's literally seconds on the clock, and what does team communication look like?
Oh man, it's hectic. There's definitely a lot of yelling. If you ever listen to comms from pro games, basically you all just start yelling a character's name. So if their Reinhardt would push up a little bit, everybody would just be yelling Rein, 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 Rein. It's just everybody starts yelling a name, and you kind of focus whichever name is yelled the loudest. And so yeah, and something like that, and that was something we were focusing down their Rhine. I noticed afterwards their Rhine was just getting pocketed by the Ana in the back. And so some of that is you can focus as hard as you can, but as long as the healers have free range to,
Yep.
especially someone as bursty as Ana. But yeah, team communication is definitely hectic. You just go for whatever name is yelled the loudest.
All right, so A&M, that was really close, but also, kind of close was our matches against Snow.
Yes, they were.
But a slightly different,
Yeah.
ending there. So talk to me a little bit about those matches.
Oh man, I don't know if y'all saw the after the game shows the stats. I think Evan, our other DPS daddy, just popped off. I think he had 26k damage, like 19 critical kills. He was just going off as Hanzo, and then we really like the long range game. I don't know if he was playing Hanzo for most of the night,
Oh,
and
and
I
that's something that I hadn't seen as much out of him.
yeah. So we're definitely trying to spread around a little bit. I normally am on the Hanzo, and he normally is on a Reaper or a Mei or something. But it's a lot stronger of a comp if you can have, two super deadly DPS as such as Ashe and Hanzo, where uh, Finch of Flight would damage boost me, and I could get those one-shot headshots as Ashe, and as Hanzo, he can get the picks with the headshots, and we're definitely playing kind of like a we don't want to go into a team fight if they're going down with enemies dead. So
Yeah.
the whole idea behind the comps that we're running is take out the enemy before the team fights, and then there is no team
Well,
fight.
and we saw a lot of that on the A&M game where you got several great picks off onto them just as they were pushing forward,
Right.
stopping the fight before it ever happened.
Right. And I mean that's the whole point is you just want to burn down that clock. You want to get as much time as possible down from there. So the harder you stagger, I mean we leave the baby divas, try and make them kill
Yep.
themselves or wait till last minute, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a run out the clock situation. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on some
Oh,
great games tonight.
thank you.
1-1, so you're an even night, right? And we look forward to seeing more of it in the future.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to playing more. So,
So we'll be bringing you more Overwatch and more stuff as time goes on. We're not sure what the Overwatch schedule is going to look like with the Sunday night games. This week, if you're not aware, Overwatch League starts, and rules state that we can't actually stream Overwatch while they're streaming
yeah.
Overwatch. So we may be doing some recording, pushing things to a Monday night or something like that. But either way, we'll do our best to get you some Overwatch because we all want to see how things go. Uh, but if Overwatch isn't your cup of tea, which it probably is because you're watching us tonight, but we have so many other things happening. And Thursday nights, we've got our weekly Smash tournament. And if you haven't
Those
watched those,
those are so
they're
much
so
fun
much
to
fun.
watch. Oh my goodness.
And like if you've watched the first part of them but didn't want to stay up late and watch the ending of them, you are missing out because at the end everyone's tired and who knows, you never know what's going to happen
That's
on
right. Yeah,
stream.
you know the best games are when you get the best players up against the best players. I mean, there's so many good combos that come out, and man,
And
it's great.
so like this last week, Blank ended up the grand finals. It was 2-2, and he was uh, it was one stock left on both of them, and Blank minus just had it was like a 13 move
Oh
combo
man,
that on Diddy Kong that he randomed out
wow.
for the win. It
Yeah,
was fantastic to watch. So all that to say, if you just watch the first part, you need to stick around for the end because those tournaments are great. Friday nights, we are doing Rainbow Six. So our Rainbow Six team has started their competitive season, and we're bringing that to you on Friday nights. Saturday is League of Legends. We didn't have it this week because there were some time conflicts, so they I think ended up playing today.
I'm not sure what came of that. I think they played from a different location today.
Yeah, we'll let you know when we know. But League of Legends should be on Saturdays typically, and then Overwatch will be when we can do it.
That's right.
We've kind of got a hitch in our standard plan because of Overwatch League, which is great and you should watch.
That's
But
right.
uh,
Looking forward to that this Thursday.
yeah, this Thursday it starts. Friday is the day that Dallas Fuel and Houston Outlaws play. So if
That's
you're a
right.
Texas fan, Friday is the day to watch.
Go Outlaws.
But every day is the day to watch ACU esports. So from all of us here at ACU, y'all have a great night and go Wildcats.